Dear viewers, in this week we will be seeing the DGCA rules and regulations for unmanned aerial vehicles. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation has formulated UAVs for rules and regulations in 2021. So, in this particular week we will be seeing about the key features of these rules and regulations for unmanned aerial vehicles, which is commercially called drones. The DGCA categorized the unmanned aerial vehicle system or unmanned aircraft system in three categories as airplane, rotorcraft and hybrid unmanned aircraft systems. So, if you want to have any particular aspects of your development of unmanned aerial vehicle, you have to categorize on any one of these categories of the particular unmanned aircraft system. We have remotely piloted aircraft system, model remotely piloted aircraft system and autonomous unmanned aircraft system. So, these three categories airplane, rotorcraft and hybrid unmanned aircraft systems are further categorized with respect to how the pilots and the particular aspects of the development in autonomous mode or model pilot mode or whatever other classification which is going to be your categories of unmanned aerial vehicles which was classified by the DGCA. So, for example, in remotely piloted aircraft system, we have a pilot which is going to be controlling the aircraft system in a remote aspects. So, there will be a control links and how the control links is communicating, all those aspects will be, you have to know period and you have to get the license for the particular classification of the system. And in the case of model remotely piloted aircraft system, which is coming under the all-up weight up to 25 kgs, where you want to have your research aspects or you want to develop and testing aspects, they have given this particular category called model remotely piloted aircraft system, which is also similar kind of remotely piloted aircraft system, but you have got the all-up weight limitations up to 25 kgs. So, you can understand all these aspects in the DGCA rules and regulations which is already available in the open platform. In the Digital Sky platform, you can download all these aspects and you can explore. And the third category is called autonomous unmanned aircraft system. So, what do you mean by autonomous unmanned aircraft systems? As already we have studied in the earlier sessions, that autonomous flight mode is without human pilot, without human intervention. We are planning the waypoints and we are executing the complete the planning of the particular traffic whatever we want to do. So, in an autonomous mode wherein there will not be any human pilot, we are planning all the sequence of operations with respect to various waypoints, various trajectory. In an autonomous mode, we are tracking the particular aspects of unmanned aerial vehicle. So, that is what autonomous unmanned aircraft system. So, if you want to get the categories under which you want to get the pilot licensing or whatever the aspects, you can also classify on these three, one of the three aspects. So, that is what the DGCA has categorized with respect to all these remotely piloted, model remotely piloted and autonomous unmanned aircraft systems. You are having a fixed wing vehicle, if you are having a rotary wing vehicle, if you are having a hybrid vehicle, you have to classify on all these three aspects and get the pilot license. In addition, the DGCA classified the unmanned aerial vehicle categories with respect to the all-up weight. So, the category number 1 is nano, which is weighing less than or equal to 250 grams, which is actually speaking there will not be any permission to fly this particular UAV is required. You are required to fly this particular drone up to 50 feet, that is 15 meter above the ground level. So, you are eligible to operate this particular category, the nano category weighing less than or equal to 250 gram. Beyond 15 meter, you should not fly this particular nano category. And the micro category weighing more than 250 gram but less than or equal to 2 kgs. Here most of our educational institutions are planning to utilize this particular micro category, and DGCA has given special permission for educational institutions that we don't require, as an educational institution we don't require any piloting license for this particular category also. So, you have to explore on what kind of category you are operating your drone with respect to the all-up weight and whether you need to have the piloting license or not. So, that is what this DGCA has classified all these categories. The third category is small unmanned aerial vehicle, which is weighing more than 2 kgs but less than or equal to 25 kgs. So, in this particular application or this particular small category of unmanned aerial vehicle, we have got lot of opportunities to develop your own indigenous UAVs. So, that is what the demand which is going to be in the future. So, lot of application demanding high payload application. So, your small category will be of greater aspects in exploration of large number of applications pertaining to industrial applications. So, this particular course also focused on various engineering applications. So, if you could develop your own small category under this particular 2 to 25 kgs capability of all up weight, you will be able to do wonders in this particular UAV domain. The fourth category is medium category, in which they classified as more than 25 kg and less than or equal to 150 kg. Most of the time these particular category belongs to maybe defense applications or big industrial applications. For example, you can think about the air taxis, which is going to be about 100 kg capacity, 100 kg all up weight. For example, a single human passenger about 50 kg weight, and you want to go with respect to that, or you even go for some other application which demands 25 kg to 150 kg. So, that particular category we can classify as medium category. And the final category they have given us more than 150 kg is, they call it as large unmanned aerial vehicles. So, most of the unmanned aircraft systems designed for our defense applications will be in the case of large category, and the air taxis will be coming under this particular large category. Recently there is a competition which was announced by IDEX. There you can participate on this large category unmanned aerial vehicle. So, you can explore on all these competitions and all these aspects on classification of unmanned aerial vehicles and getting the pilot license and getting the unique identification number for the particular category. That is what very important. So, that is what this particular DGCA has formulated, all these categories and classifications. The DGCA has formulated drone certification for each type of drone. As I mentioned in the earlier slides, I have categorized nano, small, micro, all the aspects of the categories. With respect to the certification aspect, what is the type of drone you have, whether the aircraft, that particular unmanned aerial vehicle, what kind of propeller, what kind of engine and control stations, what are the different parts, whether it is hybrid or whether it is engine powered or whether it is battery powered or either it is a fuel cell powered, what is the type of engine or what is the type of propulsion system and what is the type of mechanism involved, what are the design aspects of the particular unmanned aircraft system. So, that is what called type certification. So, what kind of UAV you are going to operate in the air. For example, you want to operate a drone for your own industrial applications or agriculture applications. So, what is the type of engine or what is the type of aircraft which you have designed and developed. So, for that purpose you have to get the type certification from the DGCA. So, that is what important. As you can see in this particular slide, you are having a sample type certified from the DGCA. Okay. So, wherein you are able to get the the particular company name and what kind of type certification of the particular drone which is given. DGCA has given a framework for providing the type certification for the aircraft. So, in this particular type certificate, they have given the type certificate for the specific company. So, they have given the name of the company and the name of the particular unmanned aerial vehicle and what are the data sheets and what date they have given, and they have approved with respect to what kind of rules and regulations. Based on that, they have approved this particular type certificate of drone. So, once you get this particular type certificate of drone, you are able to fly this particular UAV in industrial applications based on the background of this drone category. So, whenever you want to apply for this particular type certification, you have to go for a quality control aspects also. You have to go with respect to its airworthiness, noise, fuel venting, exhaust emission standards, or all these aspects are going to be the Quality Council of India, that is QCI. You have to undergo the QCI rules and regulations, and there will be an authorized testing agency that has to be certified your drone. So both the people have to certify your drone, and their recommendation with respect to their application, whatever you have given, they will be forwarding your application to DGCA, and they will be awarding this particular type certificate of your drone which you want to commercially use it for your industrial application. Without that, you will not be able to use this particular drone. Keeping in mind, all this quality control should be passed with respect to their own norms and their own regulations framework. Okay. So please undergo all these quality control aspects, that is Quality Council of India QCA aspects and authorized testing agency aspects for application of your drone. Before applying, you should know what are the nomenclature and what are their requirements. You should know all their aspects on completely satisfying their own aspects. So that is very, very important. Okay. So before going for any drone certification, you have to read their norms and regulations with respect to all these, and then only you have to submit the application. This is the process of obtaining a type certificate for a drone given by the DGCA. You have to create your own account profile in the Digital Sky platform. There is a platform wherein all these application forms are available. So in this particular type certificate, we are using form D1. So that form D1 has to be submitted, and you have to pay rupees 100, and you have to test your prototype with respect to a selected authorized testing entity ATE. So they will be contacting, or you will be contacting them, and you have to test the equipment to verify the compliance requirements. So the authorized entity shall review the proposal and submit the test report along their recommendations to the DGCA. So they have to authenticate all your drone aspects with respect to various testing, and they will be submitting the report. Again, the quality control aspects QCA will be evaluating and the ATE will be evaluating. So both of them will be submitting the report to the DGCA, and if it is satisfied, then only the type certificate will be issued. So this is a particular type of your UAV. So if you have n number of UAVs for n number of certifications, you have to go with respect to each type certification of particular UAV is concerned. So it is not just like that buying one certificate and you will be using for other type of drone. It is not like that. You have to get the type certificate for each categories. For example, you are using a small category, or you are going for a large category, or you are going for a different aspects of the drone, you have to get the type certificates, otherwise it will be into trouble. So make sure that all the drones which you want to commercially utilize for your own industrial requirements, you have to go for this particular process, otherwise they will be providing fine to you. So these are all the documents which is required for the type certification process. Okay. So you can also get all these details from the Digital Sky platform. So however, these are the important documents from the particular type which you want to apply. So confirming the Indian legal entity of the manufacturer, documents relating to the authorization and permission required from central government rules and regulations, equipment type for approval, that is very, very important, the detailed drawing, which if you want to use your own indigenous developed drone for your own application. So you have to provide all the drawings and the design apparels, analysis and test report. For example, you have done enough flight test with respect to the flight conditions and various wind conditions. All these aspects to be tested, all these analysis and test reports to be submitted, UAS flight manual, UAS logbook, manufacturer's operating manual, maintenance manual, maintenance inspection schedule, all these documents are expected to be submitted to this particular type certificate of this drone of your interest. I am not detailing about all those things. If you want to have a detailed explanation, you can visit Digital Sky platform. They have given the detailed explanation on all these documents, what are to be filled and how do we submit, all the aspects is explained.